Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Well, hello, speak of the devil, and I shall arrive.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
I have no idea what that is.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
Why does this sound familiar?
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
What's that one dude's name? Kazuha. Is that his storyline?
Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people down there who dress funny or act in certain ways.
That's right.
Sorry,
Akaba's
unusual.
teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly. Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Yeah, interesting.
Wait,
Could it
so
be?
there are 2 missing people in this story now?
I don't know. Could it be? Because I have no idea what's going on. Where's Tartusuna? I don't know.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh, they're talking about Scaramouche, the shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma. Yeah, it's not Raiden. It's Scaramouche. Gosh darn, he's 400 years old. Holy crap.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you
an
do
old
know
dude.
something after all.
Don't yeah, shut up, Paimon.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Alrighty, have
We
fun.
have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
Good luck.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have fun.
That thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then, even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Oh,
Ah!
Scaramouche.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like
Like Scaramouche. There he goes. Goodbye.
balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see. Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Oh my gosh.
Sure enough, you're here.
Yeah.
Hey,
so, yeah.
what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumero would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Because I'm not a horrible person like you.
Don't flatter yourself. At least Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Okay, sir. You can lose the attitude.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
But
Yeah.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
I'm still upset with you about that.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Yes.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
He's not a harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you.
I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
She has a point, though.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now.
Are you serious about this?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I have no reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information.
What if he lies?
Exactly! Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
Oh, that's because we were enemies, and now we're not. Don't be so judgy, Paimon.
Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
It looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Wow.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
There's no more red sky. Wow.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
No, Nahida sent us.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Oh, you think my eyes are pretty? Oh, shucks.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's not what I figured it would be.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Hey, keep it. Hush.
We will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Ooh, what that? Did I touch my ass?
Be careful not to touch them.
Oh, let me have it. Let me touch it. It's pretty.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint. The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Turns out he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
No, but also, we have every right to keep it confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
No.
Have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Touche.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
Oops.
Anonymous data?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whee! Going into the memory. Woohoo!
Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up, and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. Someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
No.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Oh! You son
A
of a
moment
bitch.
like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace. You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
I saw that one coming.
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Was that his friend?
Won't get away with this. They'll be found out. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible, Mr. Niwa. Already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
Who's Jester?
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh my, everything you thought you knew is a lie. Boop.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore!
The doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was also the one behind the incident.
I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible. You alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you. The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Wait, what's up with that smile?
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Okay.
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Okay.
Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Yeah.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. In this world, is it possible to change the past? Done. I was just thanking her for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Oh, that's
Where
not
are you
good.
going? Hey, wait up!
Fast
him.
reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Uh-oh.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are.
Same. However,
But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! He's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out!
Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.